Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Derek. Good morning, Tarshella. Greetings, greetings, Grand Rising to everyone. I'm giving YouTube a chance to send out some notifications. Please make sure you're liking the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Share my content and engage with the channel. I'm tired this morning, but I'm here. I'm here for my Knotty crew. Yes, please thumbs up the video. We got some Diddy reactions. I mean, the internet is going ablaze with memes of Diddy. Old footage of Diddy is coming out. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into where are the twins. The sons are on the East Coast with their dad. Trick Daddy seemingly has something to say. Also, we're going to get into an interview that Quincy did with Angela Yee about his happiness. Oh, it's a lot going on. We're going to get into Phaedra Parks. She made her debut on Dancing with the Stars. Oh, Rest in Heaven. Rest in heaven to Tito Jackson. He has passed away at the age of 70. So condolences to the Jackson family. Good morning, Bright Eyes. We're going to get into it, all right? There hasn't really been any updates on the Diddy case, just so you all know. His lawyer is appealing the bail denial. And sometime this afternoon, they're supposed to see the presiding judge over the case. Because yesterday the judge was assigned to the bail hearing, they were just the assigned magistrate. So now they are going to appeal the bail denial on with the assigned judge to the case. Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Please thumbs up the video, okay? And just to bring everybody up to speed, Sean, Puffy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, hashtag no Diddy, the diddler, has been arrested and charged with a RICO. Okay, he's charged with racketeering. He's charged with trafficking. He's charged with prostitution. He's charged with kidnapping. He's charged with tampering with witnesses. And this is why they moved on arresting him early. The triggering factor for that is because Kalina, one of the members of his group Diddy Dirty Money, they found phone records of him calling her like 54 times, and then she dropped that statement, which means like he's tampering with witnesses, potential witnesses. So, and they like, oh, we gotta move now before he mess up our case. So they have got him into custody. He had a bail hearing and was denied. Please thumbs up this video. This has been a long time coming. This is 30 years in the making. Diddy is a narcissistic psychopath, if you ask me, and that's of my opinion. If you don't agree, get up out my chat, because I don't care. Because we been knew what a crooked man he was, okay? We was just waiting for the world to catch up. But he's been able to get away with these crimes for so many years because he had a lot of law enforcement on his payroll. And so I'm interested to see what's going to come of that. Also, I want to get into Eve. Now, she has dropped her new book, Who's That Girl? And she is on a press tour, and she made some comments about Jay-Z. Different things earlier in her career, like different advice. Yes, please thumbs up the video and share if you care. So we're going to get into some of that. But anywho, how's my Knotty crew doing? I hope everyone's doing well and having a beautiful start to their day. This Diddy mess is taken away from all the politics. So please, if you're not registered to vote, please make sure you're registered to vote. This is an important election year, regardless of what is going on in the criminal justice system. Please make sure you're voting. We do not want to get distracted from the goals at hand here, okay? Like, we need to vote. We need to vote. The Diddy stuff is overshadowing everything. Speaking of voting, Queen Latifah had a few words for the voters. Let's hear what she has to say.
What up? This the Queen live from set. Out here shooting. You know what I'm shooting? Your favorite TV show.
Equalizer.
But listen, today is National Voter Registration Day. I don't know what you're doing if you're not registered, but you better start figuring it out. It's time. We gotta register to vote. I couldn't wait to vote when I was 18. And I did. So, what about your friends? Your friends, your family, your parents, your kids? Is everybody registered? Register. Because if you registered, at least you can actually vote. But if you're not even registered, you can't say. Just shh. Don't say anything. But I want you to say something, so come on, register to vote. Stop playing. If you want to know how to do it, check the link in my bio. If you're already registered, drop me a ballot box. And if we, not with the same people, don't worry about it. It's your choice.
Your choice.
What up? This the Queen live from...
Okay, message from Queen Latifah. Please get out there and vote. And yes, Bright Eyes and Be More Shorty. The Diddy stuff overshadowed Rich Homie Quan's funeral. Okay? And I believe I saved some highlights from that. So... let me see. I'll find it. We'll get into it in the end because I want to give him his just due. Alright, so many memes, so many people are coming out speaking in regards to the Diddy stuff. Where should I begin, child? Shall we start with Wendy Williams? Yeah, DC Young Fly's speech at the funeral was great. All right, here's some highlights I saved from Rich Homie Quan's funeral. Shout out to the roommates on this one. He was so young, but we tragically lost him. We reported on this. And then we'll get into the diddler, okay? So,
please.
This is Rich Homie Quan's children.
Today is a good day. Today is a good day. The best day of our life. Best day of our lives. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. But today is the best day of our lives. It's the best day of our lives. And as we journey throughout the day, in Jesus' name, we all pray. Thank you, Lord, for waking us up this morning.
Thank you, Lord, for waking us up this morning.
May you please keep us covered. In the blood of Jesus. From the top of our heads. To the very soles of our feet. These and many more blessings. Amen. Everybody repeat it.
This is him with his kids.
My name is Lala and I am 7. And my name is Chosen and I am 8. And my name is Royal and I am 10.
My name is Devin and I'm 16. Us being on the game, like, when he get that one win, like, he walk around the house just bragging about it for like a week before he even play me again. Like, it's just, like, then another time, like, we sitting outside He's sitting there trying to bet me money to jump in the pool fully clothed. Like, he just get in the water. He only get in the water when he ain't got on no clothes. Like, he walk outside, get fully dressed, just to stand out there. You see me? Where you think you get it from? You know you don't get it from your mama. You know where you get it from.
He took stuff probably like 3 times. Jump on the trampoline.
Like, it's minutes.
This is sad.
You always said you was top 3.
Yes, please keep the children covered.
You out.
Let me see. DC Young Fly also gave a speech at the funeral. As you all know, he just lost his wife just a couple of years ago due to plastic surgery. Be More Shorty says losing too many young people to these chemicals, senseless violence, and unattended illnesses. Yes, Be More Shorty, talk about it. And guess who was the main trafficker of those DRUGSs, who is now arrested? The Diddler. So let's get into DC Young Fly and his speech that he gave at Rich Homie Quan's funeral, which was very touching. Shout out to the Shade Room, and everything that we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. Here we go.
Boy said it yesterday. She said, I'm going off how my mama going. But how you moving, Ma, is how we supposed to move during these times. Because all the morals and the doctrines, this is the only time that we really apply it. When we hurt. Job. Everybody go read the book of Job. Just read the book of Job. He took everything from Job. He kept snatching everything from Job. And Job, like every Christian that, everybody like, I put so much good into the world. Why so much bad coming to me? He like, what? I ain't really been bad to nobody. I just want to talk to him. I want to ask him why. Why he doing this to me? God looked at him and said, who are you talking to? Why not you? This is the time for you to praise my name. This is the time for you to tell the other people through the midst of pain, I'm the one that's giving you the strength, fool. So when people think you crazy, Mom, you ain't crazy. You being obedient. And I'm here to tell the family, big bro, sir, it's time to be obedient. It's time to take charge. Because I know the Twilight Zone is real, but guess what? It's real. This is the real. And I understand the pain. This is a familiar pain. And I'm here to tell you as a soldier, I'm strapped up with you. I'm ready to fight with you. You understand? So continue to be a leader to the family. Listen, it ain't over with, y'all. It ain't over with. He did what he was supposed to do. We all on borrowed time. Nobody in here know how they gonna leave. But when you leave and we meet our maker, we want to make sure, hey, wasn't I obedient? Didn't I do the best I could? So we're going to keep his name alive, and I want to tell the family, I love y'all, and I'm here with you forever. Keep God first, everybody. Quan, I love you, big bro. You're a legend.
I thought that was very, very profound words, and he knows all too well what this pain feels like. Shout out to DC Young Fly for delivering the message, and he's right. We are all on borrowed time, so you need to make it count. You need to make it count while you're here, and while you're making it count, make sure you're keeping God and your Lord and Savior first and foremost in your life. Whether it be God, Allah, whatever God you worship, make sure that's the first thing you stand on when you wake up in the morning. Make sure that's the first thing you give thanks to when you wake up in the morning and take that first breath to start your day. Okay? Rich Homie Quan was so young. Okay? And he lost his life. I find it quite suspicious, especially at the fact that he was just mentioned days before in the YSL trial, and then tragically he turns up OD'd. I mean, this story sounds all too familiar, especially when it comes to the music industry. Whitney Houston, Prince, Michael Jackson. Shall I keep naming Matthew Perry? Okay? So, I don't know. I expect to see some developments and more investigation when it comes to this because it's just all too suspicious. But rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. I loved your music, especially Lifestyle. Like that song was on repeat in my car for a good week. That's my jam. It just does something to you, Knotty Crew. Please thumbs up the video, share the video. Yes, please engage with the channel. So all the Diddy stuff kind of overshadow. It's so sad. The Rich Homie Quan funeral and the politics of things, okay? Because they out here saying that Trump set up this last attempt. Okay? All deflection and distraction, Knotty Crew. That's what this is. Stay focused. Make sure you register to vote. Make sure you vote. It's very important. So now the feds are releasing the footage of the 1,000 bottles of lube that they confiscated during the raids at Puffy P. Diddy, #NoDiddy's house, okay? Let me tell you, the FBI is being very strategic. They dropped that Cassie tape on purpose. They did it on purpose. This is all a part of the strategy, honey, okay? Just like this is, because it's to garner the public's opinion, okay? Y'all want to see? Because I want to see what 1,000 bottles of lube look like, okay? Here we go. Let's watch it again. Shout out to Duval promo. The feds are doing this on purpose. What would one man need? Hey, Couture Bay. Yes, please get these likes up. Yes. The feds are leaking this stuff on purpose. It's a rhyme or reason and a method to their madness. Thumbs up this video, please. All right? But tons of people are reacting. There's a lot of memes going around. Where should I begin? Where should I begin?
Are you ready to play? That's in that music video, kid. Diddy, look like, is he ready to play? I'm such a fan. I got a song for you that I want to sing. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't
going nowhere.
For a little while now, and it's me.
And it's bad boy for life. Diddy, you ain't going nowhere, son. You ain't going nowhere, son. All right, one of Diddy's lawyers is speaking out. Okay, here we go.
Not a fair outcome.
What he did here is on a magnitude of unlike anybody else you could imagine. A week after those public searches were televised, he gave us his passport. His children gave us his passport. He then paid off the mortgage entirely on his Miami home, $18 million. It's instructive that he's going to have a bail package ready so that if he was arrested, he would have something ready so that he could get out the next day and show the judge he's taking this very seriously, which he is, which is why 12 days ago, Chris, when we thought there's an indictment that may be coming, he flew to New York the very next day. And that's an extraordinary move for a defendant who's been under investigation that he's been aware of for at least 6 months. He has done everything somebody under investigation can do. I can't think of anything else that he could have done. He's fighting, he's innocent, and he's going to be able to show it.
Well, he going to have to fight from behind bars, honey, okay? All the rights that you're trying to do now does not make up for all the 30 years of wrong you've done to people. Like, I'm sorry. Like, but that's her job. She's doing her job. We can't be mad at her. That's her job. Her job is to spin the media. That's what he paid her all that money for, okay? Let's get into some more. Right, yeah. So she also had more to say about his lifestyle. Let's hear.
He did none of these things. He was never present in any of these activities. This
But
wasn't his lifestyle.
But a lifestyle and being present in activities doesn't mean he committed a crime.
Unless those activities and that lifestyle are criminal.
But those activities and the lifestyle is not criminal. What was notable today, what my partner Mark said in court, is they never once said that these women didn't consent to what happened. Not once.
Can they all have consented, or were they minors and therefore the consent doesn't apply?
No charges relating to minors.
It was none.
None. The difference here between R. Kelly, between Epstein, no charges relating to minors.
So this is all adult consensual activity. People can judge it morally, but legally, you believe he committed no crime.
Maybe it's not what someone here would do in the bedroom, but that doesn't mean that what he did was a crime.
Okay, so that's true. There were no charges in regards to minors at all. Only in the civil lawsuits were there allegations. Now, if there was proof, I think they would have brought the charges, but I don't think there's no proof when it comes to the minor situation. So she is right about that. As far as the consent, now, if people are DRUGS, right, and they're unconscious and unable to give consent, that's where it gets shady. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah. 1 second, guys. I'm just sending. Here we go. So I think it's important for us to keep an open mind about this whole situation. The feds they have the burden to prove all these allegations. Yes, please interact with the video and thumbs up the video. So I thought she brought some very valid points. Like, a person's lifestyle does not mean that they committed a crime, right? But I feel like where the crime is here, the force, the consent, the drugging, the purchasing of ex-workers, forcing people into situations. I think I saw something like people are making fun of all the lube. Let me see. But people aren't looking at the fact that people were basically, he had IV drip bags because these freak-offs went on for days, sometimes weeks at a time. Let me see. It's crazy. I saw that and I said, good point. People are making fun of all like the 1,000 bottles of lube. Nobody's looking at the fact that he clinically dehydrated people into submission. Y'all heard Tupperware going bankrupt? So I just want to give child, it's so much coming out. Right, who's buying Tupperware? Yeah, they're going out of business. No more plastic. No more plastic. I got so many people speaking out. Foxy Brown spoke out. This is him, his appearance in court. I still want the mugshot and I want the walk of shame. We talked about this on Couture Bay's panel yesterday. Guys, please go check out our video that we did yesterday in regards to the Diddy case. Tasha K posted on her Twitter. She said, y'all think Beyonce asking Jay-Z right now about whether or not he on any of them freak off tapes that they seized out of Diddy's house? You know they was besties now. Sean. Hello. Right, where's the real photo? Not no sketch. All right, these are the 3 ways. I'm looking for that one about the lube, but they made a good point. They said, everybody's harping on the 1,000 bottles of lube. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that he had IV drip bags because he basically were keeping people in these freak-offs to the point that they were dehydrated. They were rugged up and dehydrated. Like, nobody paid attention to that. All right, these are the 3 ways Diddy can beat this case. Let me throw it back for y'all. Here we go.
Look at it. Kareem Akbar. That's right, the educated brother from the bank. He's the real head of the CMB, the brains behind the whole thing. I told you, this thing is bigger than Nino Brown, and I got a list of people.
I can see Diddy doing that.
I did it! I did it! I'm sorry, man. I did it. It was an accident.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry.
Okay, those are 3 ways he can get out of it. It is so much stuff, okay, that is coming out.
Great people. You've been on tour, you've been associated to, at the start when Puffy was just a fledgling, guy in a record company, he was working with you guys. What was that relationship like? Because I can imagine that must have been a little bit.
Well, to be honest, Puffy was an intern at Uptown Records. And Puffy ran around, did a lot of things, learned a lot of stuff. And some Jodeci from watching us on stage, he was just an intern. So then he cut all the what Puffy do with y'all. He was there being a cheerleader and watching how we was doing on stage. How he was able to go on stage and entertain people watching us. Yeah, watching us. We've been doing this from kids. Puffy worked at the label.
Does it sometimes upset?
Okay, so that's Jodeci saying Puffy was a cheerleader. He was sitting on the sidelines as an intern. Copying off of them. Veronica says you can get bad infections from IV drips if done improperly. Exactly, and I doubt it was medical professions. Aubrey O'Day spoke out. So Ricky Tan tweeted, Aubrey O'Day, may your pillow always be cold. Miss Mama stood her ground for going on 20 years, really out on an island by herself, saying, y'all gonna see. So then Aubrey O'Day responded, she said, the purpose of justice is to provide an ending and allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel validated. Today is a win for women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing. Okay. Please thumbs up the video. Now, Gene Dill, he was on the Art of Dialogue, and they asked him if he believed, this was like a couple weeks ago, that he would be arrested. Let's hear what he has to say. And I know people are like skeptical about some what Gene Dill has witnessed, but this is his account, okay? I'm just here to deliver the news.
I believe he's coming in September. Because you got to realize, the grand jury intervened. They may have 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. They never usually go past 120 days. They got enough information, and they probably got enough stuff that
He's probably willing to plea bargain or see if they're going to give him that. Or if they're going to let him plead or something. But I don't think the grand jury is going past 120 days.
And this is inside information you're getting, right? Or this is something you believe personally?
Okay. Yeah, Bree said lock him up too. Okay, with the Usher stuff, child, and I got some alleged stuff when it come to Usher, alright? Foxy Brown seemingly reacts to Diddy's arrest. Now, I didn't report on this a lot. Gene Deal was there. It's just people who don't want Diddy to be held accountable, so they discredit Gene. Right. Okay. I can respect that perspective too. You know. But Foxy Brown, with the Keefe D situation, him being arrested on the red rum of Tupac, they were dropping rumors saying that she could possibly be a witness because she was there. She was dating Corrupt at the time on the West Coast. Shout out to Hollywood on Lock for this footage. So Foxy Brown seemingly reacts to Diddy's FBI arrest. So this is her account. I believe this is either Twitter or Instagram. See? She said, it's about to really get crazy. What does she mean by that? He wasn't there after being fired. I think she's talking about Gene Deal. Now, as you all know, yes, I'm not surprised, but Cassie's been confirmed as a witness in the Diddy federal case to testify. That's like their star witness. Like, Cassie has to be safe. I'm sure they have her with some type of protection right now because they need her to testify. I mean, she was with him for, I believe it was about 10 years. So she knows a lot of key information. And she can confirm a lot of things, especially when it comes to his behavior. I'm telling you, they leak that hotel footage on purpose to let them know, like, we got you. We got you, you know. So I'm not surprised. I always knew Cassie was going to be a star witness. Now, as far as the twins, because the twins weren't on the East Coast, it is said that Diddy and Kim Porter's twins, daughters reportedly back in Los Angeles being cared for by Kim's best friend. Kim had a lot of best friends. She had a lot of best friends. Like, I thought Kimora was her best friend. And now this new girl, her best friend. So Diddy's teenage twin daughter, 17 years old, Delilah, and 17-year-old Jessie, are currently in Los Angeles under the care of their late mother, Kim Porter's best friend, Lala, TMZ report. Lala has been a caregiver for the girls for several years, although she is not a legal guardian. The girls are attending school in LA, and Lala oversees their day-to-day schedule. She does her best to protect the girls from outside noise and acts as a mother figure to them. Meanwhile, Diddy is currently in New York, we know, arrested. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for that update. Here it is. Here's the tweet. Shout out to It's On Site. This is what I was looking for. Dr. Conway, she tweeted, she said, people making 1,000 bottles of baby oil trend and not the IV drips is bugging me. Those people were forced to have sex to the point of medical dehydration. Hashtag no Diddy. What's up, nephew? Like, people are missing the bigger points. People are missing the bigger points. We're getting into the Diddy reactions, okay?
My God.
This is Gary with the T.
Are y'all watching The View? Well, they were just talking about Puffy's case. And it is just, oh my God. There you go. This is amazing. They're saying, y'all, some of the stuff they found in his mansions. But one of the things that they really put emphasis on, they found over 1,000 vials of lube. Now, they said there was some sex trafficking and all that other stuff going on, honey, and they said some RICO case, and they said when you do RICO, honey, You just might as well go ahead and plead guilty. They say he don't even need to go to trial. He need to just go ahead and plead guilty to it, allegedly. But this is what they're saying. They found 1,000 vials of lube. I mean, queens all over the country. I was just like, girl, what were they doing with all that lube? And it wasn't oil lube that you put in your car or nothing like that. It was lube, even though, now we'll be made very clear, honey, lube is not a crime. It's not a crime having lube, honey, in your home. But 1,000 vials of lube, honey, because, you know, I mean,
it's evidence of something. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's evidence. For the boys, right. Right. Child. So of course Combs, he pled not guilty in this matter. All right. There's some alleged footage going around. Yeah, in the dry kitty cats. There's some it's alleged footage going around. Naughty Crew, we gonna listen to it together. They're trying to say that Usher called the cops, right? What's this? It's a leak recording. Shout out to Candace Matthews, doctor. This is supposedly a leak recording of Usher reporting Diddy for trying to break into his home. We still there? Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all let me know.
Okay, I can barely hear you. Okay, so okay, the person inside your home, do you know who they are? No, that's inside my house. They're at my front door. They're at your front door? Yes, ma'am. Okay, can you give me the description of them? On my property, my address. I can't get your address. Can you give me the description of the person in your yard? At your front door? Personally, ma'am. They came early to my house. They was escorted off of my property. They come back, and now they're at my front door. Okay, can you tell if it's a male or female?
I don't think, that's not enough for me. That's not enough for me to say that that's Usher. Right. That's not enough for me. It's crazy. It's crazy. So all sorts of things. Even Wendy Williams is coming up. Now, Wendy Williams is the GOAT. She blew the whistle on Diddy years ago. She outed him years ago. And as a result of that, we know what Diddy did. He had her fired. She had to then go to Philadelphia to be a radio jock, you know. But she was tormented for years after that. And I always found it kind of weird. That last interview, because they were supposedly, like, after she left Kevin, she was supposed to, like, be making amends for all the people that she wronged, and so she had the diddler on the purple couch, you know, and I just always felt like his energy was off. Like, I always felt like he still hates her. And then when she asked the golden question about Biggie, you know how you could just tell, like, when somebody just want to hit somebody? That's just how I felt. I think I heard something that they put a pause on the speedy trial until after the bond hearing or something like that. So Wendy Williams is trending. Admin fans discussing Diddy's arrest and charges. Wendy, we truly need you right now. Yes, Wendy, we need you to come back. This will be the perfect time for you to set off your YouTube channel, your podcast, whatever you have in the making, because you are the GOAT. You're the one that blew the whistle on the industry and all the homosexuality and the undercover brothers that was out there in the industry, okay? And she was tormented for years for telling the truth, for outing these brothers. All right, so she's trending. So Tone said, Wendy, we truly need you right now. Missing my dog, right? This person said Lamar Scott, Hot Topics would have been so juicy this week. I miss Wendy Williams. We do too. Heated said, Wendy Williams, at times like this, we need you. Yes, in the purple chair. But y'all need to understand, Wendy had a plan to bankrupt her ex-husband and that mistress, okay? Because he messed up by having that baby, and Wendy was not taking care of that baby, okay? Murph and Turf says today's episode of Wendy Williams would have been the highest rating she ever had. I agree. I know it's the highest views we had over here at Knotty Crew, okay? This person says Wendy Williams' Hot Topics would have been on fire this morning. Absolutely. Carrie says Wendy Williams would have dedicated her entire hour to talk about Diddy and his mess. God, I miss her. I hope she's doing well. We all do. Amir says she knows a lot of stuff, like where the bones are at. Wendy Williams knew at Aubrey O'Day has always been a smart girl with receipts. Ari with Words posted, media needs Wendy Williams right now. Yes. Mama has been off air for 3 years and the public is calling her name because nobody gave us the hot topics like her. That is impact. These new girls could never. I know I could, though. I'm just saying. I don't know what that's about. MDB says, we hate to admit it, I'm sure, but Wendy Williams was right about just about everything. She had the tea. She had the piping hot tea, honey. Thumbs up this video. Share my video, please. Okay? C says, I really miss Wendy Williams being on daytime television. She would have had a field day with some of these stories. I can see her now sipping and stirring her tea. No one has been able to fill that spot yet. I think Tasha K really comes Tasha K is her own entity. So I'm not saying like Tasha K is like Wendy, but she knows how to deliver the stories. You know what I mean? So I feel like Tasha K has created a lane for herself. And some more up and coming. Like, I love the way, and a lot of people may disagree, but say it or not, I love the way Sean Davy Way kind of mixes comedy into his research and commentary and things like that. He's very talented. Say what you want, he's very talented. Do I agree with everything he has done? No, but he's talented. I can see him having his own show. He's a key. He's a key. Official Kingpin too. He's a kid. This person says, somebody get Wendy Williams on Zoom. It's an emergency. Exactly. So Wendy is trending everywhere. I miss Radio Wendy. Yeah, Couture Bay too. Couture Bay, her commentary is great. Let me see what y'all saying here. Yeah, why is he whispering, child is fake? Send your fave a donation. Right. Thank you, Bree. No, it's fake. And I wanted to listen to it with you guys so y'all can get my honest reaction. Because I've seen the title like, come on now. Like, it's... Usher has a very, very distinct voice. So we would have known it was him. You know, we would have known it was him. Hold on 1 second, y'all, because my phone kiss keep. I don't know why it's ringing because my Do Not Disturb is on. See, they playing games. Bright Eye said, I need to find that video. So Diddy, what the elite judges are doing is saying, we are just going to torment you. Couture Bay, all in our face. I miss Radio Wendy. Bright Eye said, yes, I agree, Knotty. You can't take that away from Sean. Exactly. The only thing the prosecution have to do is question Aubrey, Mary J. Blige, and Lil' Kim. Case closed. They definitely know and can't fill some missing pieces. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see if Little Kim will come out and speak. I mean, Foxy Brown did. Thumbs up this video. Mum's the word. Or maybe they quiet because they cooperating witnesses. I mean, I'm just saying. You just know, Diddy has created a lot of enemies through the years. And you may have seen him rubbing elbows with a lot of people, but a lot of people did not like him. They were over him. That's why he is getting hand delivered to the feds right now, because the elites are over him. He has pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people. His ego got way too big. He definitely has a huge God complex. He thinks he's God. And he just felt, it got to the point he just felt like he could get away with anything. Because they let him get away for so long. They are ready to pack him up and discard him. Period. By the way, did y'all see Official campaign last night? He was reviewing Sloan Bella packing up Jaguar Wright, okay? Because, you know, a lot of people was trying to give Jag credit for coming out and saying this and that about Diddy when she was just getting secondhand information herself, period. She was going on Lipstick Alley just like the rest of us do. I get it, Bree. But she read Jag the Riot Act, okay? I'm going to just say that. I get you have your own personal feelings about her or whatever, but she read Jag, and I'm always here for it. Jag is trash too, period. All right, let's get into some more memes.
Song, watch me put it on splash, watch me put it on splash, splash. This is the Baby L song, watch me put it on.
That's a good one. Diddy when the fans kicked in the door. Watch me put it on. Okay. All right, y'all remember this? Hold on. Okay, Cheek Mills. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, my love. Dum, 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 dum. Diddy is on top. Oh, my love. I just don't wanna stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Dun, 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 dun. Lube it up, baby. Lube it up. Oh, I cracks me up, child. I cracks me up. Okay, let's get into Trick Daddy. Okay, Trick Daddy. You know, the one that's always saying disparaging things against black girls, black women. Well, he got something to say about this Diddy stuff, okay? Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks. Here we go.
The next person asks me if I've been in one of them parties, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. They don't like my kind at them parties. There's a few other real niggas in hip-hop that I don't believe ever been invited to one of them parties.
For rolling. Thank you.
I'm live right now. I don't want to hear that shit. Let me explain something to y'all.
This is coming from the man that likes his groceries ate. I think he mad he wasn't invited. I think he feel insulted he wasn't invited to the Diddy parties. What y'all think? You think Trick Daddy mad? Trick Daddy, please, child. Rena, I'm glad I can make your day. All right. Let's see what else I got. Diddy is trending everywhere. The whole New Jack City meme is all over because that's how he act. Let me see.
My
Travis Scott.
We here. Tomorrow is time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. Let's go.
Look, he ran away. He ran away. Let's watch again.
Everybody's my My baby bro, we here. Tomorrow is time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing, man? Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go. Everybody, my baby bro, we here.
He said, I'm out of here, bro. I know how you get down. I know how you get down. Travis the Wizard. All right, and just to give you guys an inside look about Diddy's personality, let's talk about narcissists, because that's what he is. He's a narcissist. Here we go. Shout out to We Told Me. Here we go.
All kind of negativity, dark ass thoughts, and just this heaviness that we carry around in our spirit, ain't it? And for some strange ass reason, we feel bad about it, as if we were the one that did something wrong, as if there was something we could have done that would have changed their shitty ass behavior. But the more time passes, I hope you begin accepting that the levels of betrayal, trauma, abuse, and lies that you experience, not your fault. And for as much as it takes to not feel ashamed and embarrassed, you sharing your story after, you getting into therapy or coaching, you taking the next steps to healing your soul is reclaiming something you forgot that you had previously, your resilience. And for as much as the darkness they brought into your life feels like digging yourself out of a massive ass wreckage, sometimes, just sometimes, our biggest challenge in life is allowing yourself to feel fear, the anger, the resentment, and the healing all at once. This ain't no one size fit all type shit to getting back right. This can be your first step though, in taking back control of not just your life's journey, but the way you love, appreciate, and talk to your fucking self.
Period. All right. Narcissists are dark and they spread darkness. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. All right. Outside of the courthouse, though, Diddy has some fans just like Sylvester did. Okay. Let's get into it. Shout out to Morning Juice Box for this. Here we go.
This is worth. How much this is worth? Nothing.
If he did it, nothing. It's not worth shit.
It ain't worth shit?
Nope. Now if he did it on it.
If he signed it, man. Yo, dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, dog.
I'm sorry.
Yo, dog. If I guarantee you, if I fuck you up right now with this video on it, that'd be good picture. Now you tell me how much it's gonna be worth then.
Oh, it's gonna be worth millions.
You ready? I'm from out of town, right? I'm gonna show you what. Yo, dog.
God.
What?
That's what I said. But you know they got him. R. Kelly had a whole section of fans outside of the courthouse during his trial. Okay. Smile in my head. Crash dummies. Yes, Jays. They definitely crash dummies. They definitely crash dummies. What's this? What's this? Hold your applause. This is far from over. There are more components, places, dates, and names that will be roped into this correctly or incorrectly. He's been all around NYC as late as he knew this was coming. He smartly avoided the infamous NYC perp walk. Very smart. Now, whether or not he walks Lenox Ave unimpeded for the rest of the time is up to his lawyers. Per the machinations of this trial and his upcoming astronomical lawyer fees, you will truly see how rich he is, not only via his bank account, but more importantly, his friendships. Wow. And that's Mini Hip Hop Museum that posted that. I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I mean, his sons are roped up into a lot of these lawsuits, so it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And more charges could definitely be brought forth for sure. But old footage of Tupac's mom resurfaced. Here we go. She's talking about how much she misses Tupac. Here we go.
And then he could go and lie down in my bed and come out of my room and say, "Mom, what'd you cook?" I miss his being. He was my son, and I miss him as my baby, my boy, who I loved, respected, appreciated. He was my friend. He called me up in the middle of the night after he done had a hot date and tell me who he had a hot date with and what he did and how excited. And I said, "Tupac, why do you think I miss that?"
Don't shed a tear, cause mama, I ain't happy here.
Right. We saw what happened with Erda Inc. Bad Boy is next. Bad Boy is next. But where's all your friends, Diddy? Where's all your dens? Where's all your friends? I don't think he really has friends. He had a lot of people that feared him. Because he's one of the gatekeepers in the music industry. And we should know, like, the music industry, the scope of the music industry is changing forever at this point. As much as they did to put hip hop on the map and build it up and validate it, their heinous acts are going to take away from the meaning of what real hip hop is. Up next, I want to get into Quincy. He sat down with Angela Yee and she asked him some hard questions about his happiness. Yeah, where's Jay-Z? Distancing himself because he's part of the elite. He still has power. And quite frankly, I think Jay-Z was sick of Diddy too. And hence the Rock Nation brunch being canceled. The Grammy brunch being canceled.
You guys ever like?
Here we go.
That open letter. Did you guys ever like?
This is him talking about
any type of.
First, this is him talking about him and his father. Okay. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for this footage. And his father, his biological father, is I'll be sure.
Letter. Did you guys ever like, link up, come to any type of?
Yeah, we cool now. Okay. I just talked to him a couple days ago. He was congratulating me on the album.
That's good.
But this isn't I think we got just a cool relationship. Right? Mm-hmm. It's not he tends to like try and do like the dad thing a lot, but it's like that's not really where we're at in life. Like we homies more than anything. We're like, let's go do something. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of where we're getting at now, is actually knowing that we two grown men. You know what I mean? We can talk about anything and everything. It's not about anything else.
Wrote that open letter. Did you guys ever like?
So if you remember, Quincy wrote an open letter to his dad, I'll be sure, for not being there for him. And he's talking about the status of their relationship. Now, they seem to be in communication all the time. According to I'll be sure and him, they both align there. But I get what he's saying. Because look, no matter how old our kids get, we never stop being parents, right? But he's trying to say, like, look, I'm grown now. Let's just chill. Let's just be homies, okay? And so this is the open letter. I'm not reading that little itty bitty print. It's on the Neighborhood Talk if y'all want to read it. All right. He also opened up about his happiness. Let me see if I can find that clip, which I thought was interesting, the way he worded it. But you have to remember, like, they are all media trained. So they're not going to say anything too much to disparage or go against Diddy. They could have Stockholm syndrome, you know? Please thumbs up the video. I appreciate you all here joining me. And if you want to donate to the channel, that's appreciated as well. But you could like, comment, and share my content. And that's the free way of supporting the channel. Hold on. Yeah, I believe that too. About Albie Shore. I think he had his hands in. Because for some time, Quincy lived down south with Kim's family. I don't know if you all remember that. And I'm just like, why? Why did Kim keep him away? Now, he's the oldest. But I believe she had her reasons for keeping Quincy away. I don't know. Let me know if y'all agree with that or not. Yo, I saw this recipe for jerk baked beans. It looks so good. It looks so good. I'll share it on my stories. I'm like, I want to really try that. I want to really, really try that. It looks good. It has ground beef, onions, peppers, some brown sugar, honey. Like, it was a whole smorgasbord of flavors. And I'm like, my taste buds will have a party. All right, so this is Quincy hanging out with his father. This is that homie aspect. Looks like they at the White House. Look, they're probably at the Black Caucus. Come to think of it, because that's just what happened. This past week, because I know Joe Biden was speaking about it. Please thumbs up the video. Oh, shoot. And which I think, it looks like Wendy Williams is really going hard. Her guardian is going after the A&E network in regards to the documentary that Wendy Williams did. But I just felt like Wendy Williams felt like she had to have a voice some way, somehow, to get around all of that. But let me know what y'all think about the Guardian coming after the networks. I mean, I'm just like, whatever. Just release her out of the guardianship already. Looks like she's doing better. Hopefully her son can help her stay on the straight and narrow, and that'll give her enough motivation. But I think the motivation behind her being clean and sober is Kevin being broke. Kelvin, her ex-husband, being broke. I think that was the goal, and I think she accomplished it. I don't know. Oh, jerk beans. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Right, Kim, she didn't want Diddy to get him. I feel like it was some reasoning behind Kim sending Quincy down south. Like, he lives separate from the other kids a lot. And I think that was Kim's way of protecting Quincy. Because she's seen what type of monster Diddy was. Like, did you see 50 Cent hooked up with Idris Elba? I wonder what's brewing. That's a dope combination. Hey, Juice, how are you? Thank you for joining. Love me some Juice. Regina, please go over to her channel too and subscribe. Couture Bay has a great channel. I can't be, I was just telling y'all about the Impact. They done renewed that crap for another season. That show was so whack. Wiggity, wiggity, wiggity whack. It is so whack. I cannot find that clip, so you guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember what outlet it was on where he talked about his happiness, and he gave some. Here it is. All right, Quincy Brown talks about his. See, I knew when I stopped looking, it will pop up. I'm hanging in there, staying prayed up, trying to be positive. Rena, who you think when who passes away? So let's get into this clip about Quincy. Here we go. He talks about happiness amongst everything that has been going on and wanting to protect his sisters before anything else, okay? So just to give you a, I think Quincy's kind of like, to me, being a double agent. I think he really knows when Diddy passes away. I think he really knows how his mom was treated. I think he knows a lot more than he's putting on, but I think he wants to protect his sisters. So shout out to the spiritual world for capturing this clip. This is in the same interview that he did with Angela Yee. Let's hear what he has to say about his happiness.
You're talking about right now kind of reminds me of that. But you know what you said in the song about not being all the way happy yet?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about that because I know even for you doing music, you said there was a lot of distractions. And even when you came up here, I was like, okay, did they say you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that? And so I wanted to make sure that we're aware because I know you have been going through a lot, whether or not people know it. Mm-hmm. I know that's not easy for you. Like you haven't done anything wrong, but it's hard. People think they're being funny. People are on social media, saying crazy things. And you have sisters and brothers that you have to like protect, as well. And so, do you feel like you've ever been all the way happy?
I think happiness is a constant thing. I think, you constantly keep your happiness. Mm-hmm. It fluctuates. It's definitely a roller coaster, but I wouldn't say I've been happy a lot. Right. But I feel like when you continue your life and you almost like check into these new chapters and, allowing everything to happen, you gotta like check in with yourself to like really see is what you're doing making you happy or still making you happy, because everything got its time.
Everything has its time. He's right. And I'm sure he misses his mom. She was his biggest cheerleader. I remember that picture. He had a movie premiere and Kim Porter was there with Albie Shore and Diddy, and she had on a Tupac t-shirt. Child, the subliminal messages. That's why you need to pay close attention when these celebrities are doing stuff and taking photos and stuff like that, because a lot of them are giving us messages. All right, so that's all I have on the diddler. Hashtag no Diddy. He is currently detained and facing a multitude of charges. He's basically facing a RICO. His bail was denied. His lawyer submitted an appeal. So they're supposed to have another hearing for bail this afternoon. I'll keep my eyes out for that. So let's leave it in the comments. And let's get in happier news. And I said from yesterday that I feel bad for his children in this situation. Because they're going to suffer. They're going to suffer as a result of allegedly their father's actions. Let's pray for the children. You know what I mean? For peace and sanity. We don't know what type of father he was to them. So this is a lot. Diddy has terrorized these streets for 30 years. Okay. So there's a lot to unravel. The FBI said Diddy, he's in a RICO by himself. Oh, they said that? No, I heard the U.S. District Attorney, the prosecutor, he said the investigation is ongoing, which tells me that other charges can either be added and other people can be charged. That's what I got. Y'all let me know. That's what I got from the indictment. All right, we're going to touch on some political. As you all know, a major point of contention for this year's election is women's rights over their bodies. As you all know, when Donald Trump left office, he appointed 3 new Supreme Court justices, and they worked to, well, they did. They had Roe versus Wade overturned, which made the deletion of a child very, not very, but illegal in a lot of states, right? So I want to bring this story to the forefront. Shout out to Hollywood and Locke. A Georgia woman, this is one of the points that Kamala was arguing in the debate against Donald Trump. You know, there's different circumstances where women would need to delete a child. There's an array of reasons, you know, being a child of incest, being a victim of rape and things like that. I know someone who made the decision because the child did not develop any limbs and she just did not feel like she was capable of raising a child like that. So she made the choice to terminate. So a Georgia woman dies after AB ban, that's how we're going to put it, delayed life-saving care, and VP Kamala Harris emphasizes consequences of Donald Trump's actions.
We want to move to the topic of reproductive access, something that you have worked and leading on both for the administration, Democrats, and now the top of the ticket. You've said that as president, you would want to codify Roe. If it came to your desk, you would sign a bill that did that. Roe protected access until fetal viability, which it also says is, quote, at about 7 months, but it may occur earlier, even at 24 weeks. So do you similarly support also codifying Roe's restrictions, which allowed states to ban abortion in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy unless necessary to save the mother's life?
We need to put the protections of Roe v. Wade back into law. And when that bill gets passed by Congress, I will proudly sign it into law. Understand what is happening in our country. Over 20 states have passed what I call Trump abortion bans because I understand how we got here. The former president handpicked 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. They did it.
Vice President.
Intended, and in state after state, laws have been passed criminalizing healthcare providers. I don't know if anyone here has heard most recently the stories out of Georgia. Tragic story about a young woman who died because it appears the people who should have given her health care were afraid they'd be criminalized after the Dobbs decision came down. Laws that make no exception even for rape or incest, which means that you're telling a survivor of a crime of a violation to their body that they have no right to make a decision about what happens to their body next, which is immoral. An approach that doesn't take into account that most people, I think, agree you don't have to abandon your faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. If she chooses, she will talk with her pastor, her priest, her rabbi, her imam, but it should not be the government or Donald Trump, he intended, and instead telling her what to do about her own body and her life. So that's where I stand. We need to put back in place the protection of Roe v. Wade and put that into law.
And those restrictions that are also in.
We need to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade and let an individual, in consultation with her doctor, make the decision based on what she can determine, because she's smart enough to know what's in her best interest instead of having her government tell her what to do, especially a bunch of people in these state capitals who think they're in a better position to tell her what to do than she is to know what's in her best interest. Telling her.
I agree. I believe in the right for a woman to choose, okay? And on the tail end of that, Jesus, The Senate Republicans block IVF rights bill again. Let me tell you, because I deal with this directly. For those of you who don't know, I've been working in pharmaceutical for 18 years, and I deal with these type of patients and the amount, the cost. A lot of people use the therapy that I work in to sustain their pregnancy. Shout out to Baller Alert for this. They really, really, really need to, because they keep blocking this, insurance won't cover it, and it comes at an enormous cost to the patients, and they're just trying to have a viable pregnancy. Okay, so the Senate Republicans once again stood in the way of the legislation that aimed to protect and expand access to the vitro fertilization treatments across the country. The latest votes comes just weeks before the upcoming midterm election, following recent statements by former President Donald Trump backing fertility treatments, raising questions about where the GOP truly stands on the issue. The bill, called the Rights to IVF Act, sought to establish a national right for individuals and couples to receive fertility treatments from licensed healthcare providers following evidence based on medical practices. It also includes provisions to make the treatments more affordable. This is the biggest problem with this, the cost. Require insurance companies to cover fertility care. I know with my company, once they're denied by insurance, we do have like a program where they can get the drug at discounted cost, but it's still very expensive. All right, so the Senate and Democrats first introduced the legislation 3 months ago, but it was blocked by Republicans who argued that the bill was too broad in scope. This week, Democrats called for a second vote, daring the GOP to reconsider as the election draws near. The final vote was 54 to 44, falling short of the 60 votes needed to advance the measure. Only two Republican senators, Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, sided with the Democrats just as they did in the first round. If Donald Trump and Republicans wants to protect access to IVF, they can vote yes on it, said Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, the bill's sponsor, in a recent interview with the CBS News. Duckworth, who has long been a champion of reproductive rights, has challenged the GOP, pointing out how quickly they typically align with Trump's views. So they're using this as a point of contention, and I think this is great. So for millions of Americans who struggle with infertility, the block legislation represents another hurdle in their journey to build families, right? So Vice President Kamala Harris weighed in, stating, once again, Republicans have shown they are unwilling to protect the fertility treatments that many couples need to achieve their dreams of parenthood. I just think this is a great point. I think this is a great point in combination with the Roe versus Wade and our right to choose over our bodies. What about people who have infertility issues? Why should they have to incur this enormous cost to build a family? It's just not right. But I wanted to bring those 2 points to my Knotty crew. Let me know in the comments what you all think. Pheadra Park, she has made her debut on Dancing with the Stars. Oh, excuse me. Speaking of politics, before we get to that, shout out to Jane Fonda. I really love Jane Fonda. You know what? I love Jane Fonda and her pure honesty, especially when she got with J-Lo about her documentary she was putting out. But she's out here campaigning for Kamala Harris on her own. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks. Here we go. So Jane Fonda is out knocking on doors in Michigan for Kamala.
Oh, it makes me want to cry. This is such an important election. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for working. I'm doing everything I can. I've never done this for a president. I've done it for... I had an ex-husband who came from Royal Oak, Michigan. I've done it for him. But I've never done it for a president, but this is most important. Oh, definitely. We have to get them elected.
All right, so she sees the importance of this election. So I encourage you all. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm just saying register to vote and make sure you vote. All right. So now Phaedra Park, she has made her Dancing with the Stars debut. Okay. Come on, Phaedra, get up here. Oh, I like that they dance to I'm Every Woman. Phaedra looks good. Phaedra looks good. Go, Faye Faye. Go, Faye Faye. Go, Faye Faye. She looks good. She looks like she having fun. Go ahead, Phaedra. I like that she danced to I'm Every Woman. She definitely have the sex appeal. Go ahead, Faye Faye. I think she did good. I'm surprised because we ain't never heard of Phaedra dancing. Go ahead, Faye Faye. I love it. Let me see. Who else I have on the docket? So the Isley brother, it was Jay-Z's mom's birthday. Notice all of this positive press about the Carters. It warms my heart. Okay. Oh, yeah. So the Isley brothers performed at Jay-Z's mom's birthday. Okay. So good for them. This is
God bless you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Y'all sounded amazing. Y'all so much.
How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you all so much.
Okay, so that's dope. That's dope. All right. The Carters are putting out nothing but positive press. They're doing everything to distance themselves from the diddler. All right. I think that's all I want to get into today, y'all. I'm going to look for the update on Diddy's bail hearing. Shout out Justice for Kim Porter. Gorgeous, gorgeous woman. She loved those twins. All right. Justice for all who were violated by Diddy's actions. And I just have to put a disclaimer. He is innocent until he is proven guilty. He has the right to fair trial. At the end of the day, he's an American citizen. That's his God-given right. But I just have to say the scope of his crimes are not only within the United States. They are international. This is sad. This is sad for his children. This is sad for the legacy that he tried to build. I mean, he just basically dishonored it. But I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Please leave it in the comments. Like, comment, share. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Follow me on all my different social media platforms. I'm Knotty Love Movement everywhere. Once you type in Knotty Love, it should come up. We're on Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, we're on it. I love every last one of you. Till next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. What? Oh! I forgot one story, y'all. Sorry. Eve is on a book tour. She dropped her book, Who's That Girl? And she was on the Breakfast Club giving some snippets about some of the inserts in the book. I love Eve, and I think I'm going to get the book to definitely support her. Eve is doing big things. She got out of that music industry, okay? She don't even live over here. She live overseas, okay, Huntsy? She got to fly in. Cause when her and Trina did their versus battle, she had to like zoom in, okay? And she was pregnant with the baby. So shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for capturing this clip. Come on, Eve girl.
Another good part in the book is unbeknownst to Jay-Z, he put a battery in your back.
Yeah.
Early.
Yes. Yes. It's funny because that was one of those things that we were like, did we put this in there? Because I know how people get, but it's nothing bad about that. You know, it's one of those things where it was a very amazing phone call that I needed. That was one of those. I always felt like I was the underdog anyway, and he wasn't saying it out of malice or mean. That wasn't about that. It was facts. Really.
It felt like he was trying to temper your expectations.
Yes, exactly. But I was like, okay, let me see. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, and it went on to be fine. But and like I say in the book, we all have that person, that something, no matter what industry or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We all have that thing, or someone says something they don't even fucking know that you're like, okay, I'm gonna use that, no problem.
Another good part in the book is unbeknownst.
Okay, it's nothing wrong with a little constructive criticism, you know. If you all don't know, Eve, she also dated Stevie Gay, okay? That was her ex-boo, okay? But she got over him real fast. And Eve was like, I ain't dealing with these interesting men. But I'm here for the book. Her book is called Who's That Girl? So she alleges that she was called by Jay-Z the day her debut album dropped to congratulate her, and he also reportedly warned her not to get her hopes up because female rappers don't really do that well. I mean, he was just being honest at the time. It was a patriarchal, male-dominated industry, but I mean, look at the who's who. Like, I just saw all the great female rappers this summer, and they're all very relevant. Queen Latifah being one of them. I didn't see her this past summer, but like Yo-Yo, Rah Digga, Lady of Rage, she did awesome in her Lifetime movie. They all have found other lanes to make money in, and I think that's great. And I think Eve, she learned that early on. She learned what the music industry was about early on, and she got into acting. It's a more consistent bag, you know? So I'm excited for Eve. I love her glow up. And that's my last story. I promise. I promise. So let me know what y'all think. Oh, I got into all the people that are trolling Diddy this morning. Some old footage, some new footage that has resurfaced. Yes, I love Eve. I love it. Who's that girl? So I'll probably get her book this week. Maybe we can do some readings on it. Yeah. Together. Let's read it together. I'll get the book. Or whatever. But I love you all. Not only did we get into the Diddler, we got into Phaedra Parks on Dancing with the Stars. We got into Quincy, how he's feeling because he dropped a new album as well. I didn't even know. I didn't even see no promo about it. But he dropped a new album and he shot down. He sat down with Angela Yee. What is Meek talking about? That's a story for another day. Come on, Cheek Mills. I don't know what's going on with you. What else did we talk about? Hold on. I forgot what's on my own docket. I got into so much, child. We did the Rich Homie Quan highlights from his funeral. Yeah. Alright. So it was mainly like Diddy reactions. All the Diddy memes that's coming out. Phaedra Parks on Dancing with the Stars. Eve book promotion. Rich Homie Quan funeral. Yeah, all those great things. So I'm gonna make my thumbnail after this. But Diddy's supposed to see the judge this afternoon, I think about 3:30ish, because his lawyer submitted an appeal for his bail. Because, I did everything right. How could you not grant me bail? Oh my God, what is wrong with you? Diddy, you are dangerous. They were originally going to arrest him later on in the week, but because he was tampering with witnesses and intimidating people, they went and got him earlier. So, I mean, and that's why his lawyer was so disheveled yesterday, because he wasn't expecting for him to be arrested when he did. But Diddy ego and his narcissism got in his own way, and he is the reason for his demise. If you think about it, through the years, Diddy started unraveling. All the evil stuff he had done through the years started to come out through his alcoholism and his addiction. And he started telling on himself. I.e., Kevin Hart, when he was hosting a party and running around with the microphone and was a black dildo on the bed, and Diddy was talking about him and Usher used to wrestle in the bed over cereal. Okay? The Drink Champs interview with Fabulous, when he kept calling Fabulous daddy, you could clearly see Fabulous was uncomfortable. What grown straight man call another man daddy? Make it make sense. So through the years, his narcissism got in the way, and he started to reveal himself. Like, he couldn't even keep it under wraps for himself anymore. All right. So let's leave it in the comments. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. I'll keep my eyes out on the arraignment, and if there's any decent updates, I will come back later. I love you all. Thank you all for joining me. We're almost to 3K subs. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.